Good morning, dear students. I am Manandaka, your science teacher. Today in this class, we will cover the pending concepts of chapter Force, Work and Energy. Well, students, first of all, we will learn about work. Students, work is said to be done when the force applied on the object changes its shape, size and position. Basically, work is described as the product of force and the distance covered by the object when force is applied on that object. Children, we use some simple machines in our daily lives that make our work easier. These machines change the direction of force and help us to do any work with less effort or force. Generally, these simple machines are called the building blocks of all complicated machines. There are some common examples of such simple machines like inclined plane, wheel and axle, lever, wedge, pulley, screw and gear. Well, now we will discuss about these machines one by one. First of all, lever. Students, a lever is an arm that turns against a point, means fulcrum. The fulcrum is the balancing point upon which a lever turns. Simply, lever is used to push or pull heavy objects or to perform different tasks. Generally, wheelbarrow, plier, and scissors are the common examples of lever machines. Now, inclined plane. An inclined plane is a flat surface that is higher at one end. We use this machine to move an object to a lower or the higher place, like to carry a heavy load to any vehicle like truck. Generally, a skateboard and a slide are common inclined planes. Next is wheel and axle. This is a simple machine that moves objects across distances. And this machine and axle is a rod that goes through a wheel and helps the wheel to rotate. Generally, a doorknob and a Ferris wheel are common examples. In wheel and axle, when we apply a small force to the wheel, it travels a longer distance and creates a stronger force on the axle. Students, in a doorknob, the knob means wheel requires less force to turn the knob means the central shaft. Similarly, in a Ferris wheel, when the axle turns, it results in the giant wheel turning. As the wheel is much larger than the axle and covers more distance and area. Now afterwards, wedge. A wedge is a simple machine made of two inclined planes ending in a sharp edge. This machine is mainly used for cutting. Generally, force is applied to the thick end of the wedge and the wedge in turn applies force to the object along both its sloping sides, and this force causes the object to split apart. Generally, an axe, a knife, and a wood wedge work on same principle. Now next is pulley. A pulley is a simple machine made of a wheel and a rope, and the rope fits on the groove of the wheel. One end of the rope is attached to the load and the other end of the rope is pulled. Pulleys help us to move loads up, down and sideways. Generally, a pulley is used to draw water from the wells. It is also used in flag poles to raise a flag. Afterwards, screw. A screw is an inclined plane wrapped around a pole which holds things together or lifts material. It looks like a nail with grooves cut into it. Nut and bolt, car jack, and drill gun are common examples. And the last one is gear. Students, gears are the wheels with teeth that fit together. When one gear is turned, the other are turns as well. Gears are used to control speed and direction of motion. Gears are used in mechanical clocks, bicycles, motorcycles, and cars. Well, my dear students, this was all about some simple machines used in our everyday life to make our work easier. Students, do you know there is one force that opposes motion? That force is called friction. Basically, friction is produced when one surface rubs against another, like when we rub our hands together on a cold day to warm them up, we use friction. It means friction slows things down and creates heat. For example, a moving wall stops after covering some distance due to friction, Moreover, a heavy object offers more friction as compared to a lighter object. That is why we need more efforts to move a heavy object. Students, friction is both useful and harmful to us. Without friction, it would not be possible to write and to walk. Students, a rough surface exerts more friction as compared to smooth. That's why it is hard to walk on the slippery surface of the ice as compared to a road, as smooth icy surface does not produce sufficient friction to move. So students, roads are made rough to help us to move, to run our vehicles on them. Well, now this chapter is finished. Watch this video carefully and solve your worksheet. Thank you. Have a nice day or make your day a good day.